Alright, welcome back to the SuperCoach Nuff channel. In this video we're going to review round 8 of the 2024 AFL SuperCoach season. A great week for us, probably our best week from the year from memory. I didn't actually remember to check the history before the recording, so we might quickly do that. But 23-48, which was in the top 1% of the round and just outside the top 1,000 for the round. And it's catapulted us up into the top 3,000 overall. So I did see a few of the, I guess, big boy super coaches like George, JD on the chat on YouTube here. Got just under 2,200, and that sort of, kept their rank around the 2,000 mark. So guess I've sort of pushed up in towards that sort of territory, which is pretty cool. But if we have a look at the team, one head-to-head, fantastic. So Luke Ryan, the star of the show, with a 197, absolute monster score from him. So it has been a great trade for us this year. He's absolutely carving. Dacos with a 150 as well. I think that final goal that he kicked might have helped boost that up, but we absolutely take that. Harry Shee's a little bit flat with a 73, but we're not going to hit them all every week, so that's fine, Harry. 122 for Nick Munn, so definitely got 4 keepers there in our defence. Matt Roberts with a 50, so an interesting one. A few people are trading him out. I guess we could look at something there, perhaps upgrade, potentially. And Howes with a 48. So, solid enough, making a bit more money. I think he's got another week to go. Yeah, break even at 24, and then we'll reassess. In the midfield, Sarong, he was the one I was probably scared of not captaining, and 137 probably was the right call. But I did decide to go with Zach Merritt up against West Coast. I thought, well, he's probably the biggest pot in my team. I think he's only about 10% owned. So 121 was okay. He had a slow start. I did look at the score at one stage and thought, I'm in trouble here, but he rallied in the second half, so well done. Zeret. Matty Rowell at the 65. So same sort of boat as Harry Sheasel. He was my M1 before this week, so he slid down a couple of spots, a few K behind these other guys, but that's perfectly fine. The Bont with a 142, so he's bouncing back, which is awesome. Butters with a 124, so we could have even took Butters' score and got a few extra, but we sort of rolled the dice on Merritt, and it worked out okay. Sam Walsh with a 91 was a bit below where he's been averaging, clearly, but that's fine. Steele with a 112, so a bounce back. I think that's his best score since we traded him in, so that's nice. Horn Francis with an 84, so I think he's one we can move on potentially, but with Connor Rosie out, he may be worthwhile holding. And on our bench, we had Closey and Graham with 43, 59, playing North Melbourne this week, so got to try to find a way to squeeze them in the squad. Garcia with 56 was okay. Our rucks, so Gorn and Meek both tunning up. So Meek was on about 90 at half time, I thought, and I saw that and I thought, oh, he's on a massive one here, but don't know what happened in the second half. Timmy English lifted, and I think he scored 120 odd. So, that's okay. We've got Jordan Sweet with the 74 we brought in. So what's he made? About 90k this week. 86, lovely. Good deal, that is. And then our forwards, so Heaney and Flanders continuing to carve up. Fife with a 17 apparently was the sub. I don't know if he was subbed on or subbed off. Do need to look into that a little bit more. But I think from all reports that I've heard so far, he's going to play this week. It might have been just a rotational type thing. Wilson with a 126. So this was awesome to see Wilson top score. So he's made us 200k, and I think he's still got negative break even. So, it's been a really great pick. Darcy with a 49 is fine. Cabin with a 65, is on par with where he's at. And then we've run out of a bit of cash gen on our uh, bench. I guess Livingston technically is our ruck loop option, so he's just now sitting in the forward line. I guess we'll have a look at the head-to-head league before we talk trades. So comfortable win over Ardent 1. So just looking at Grundy with a 143, that's a really nice return. So I don't know how we've outscored him here, but I guess maybe the likes of Cameron with a 50, Harley Reid with 59. We've probably got a few hundreds there. So Jackson 86, Sharp 80, Sicily 109. Yes, I mean, yeah, just I guess like slightly covering Cameron and Reid with Rowell and Cadman, but then after that, the other sort of 43 probably doesn't help there for Closey, but these 80s, we probably had the hundreds, we had the 197, I suppose, was the big difference maker in the end. But other than that, looks like a pretty solid team you got there, Vin. So keep at it. um, let's have a look at the rest of the league. So we had a 23-37 for Blood and Crips and Sandgropers. Be interesting to see how similar their teams are. Just have a look. 24-11. So Cash Me Outside. Do like that name now that I've said it nice and quickly. So Captain Butters on the Thursday night, which is a bold call, but it paid all right. So I had Wilson, Martin, Ryan, Tim English with the 135. So yeah, that's probably one of the difference makers there between me and him. Miller outscored Rowell, and then Tommy Stewart with a 104. That's probably yeah, okay. So not too dissimilar to my team. Just I guess a couple of the pods like Timmy English going off, which is a great result for Ross. Just have a quick look at those two. They were 230, 37. So Sandgropers has got Dawson and Houston with 90s. Tommy Power 72 is okay. Yeah, I think Luke Ryan was the key to a big score this week. So yeah, so looking at the wrong side, that's why I was like, there's no Luke Ryan there, but he is there. So Windsor with a 118. He was a cheapie this week, wasn't he? I know. This is just his last couple of games where he's gone off. Well, I don't know. Don't know why he was on my radar then, but yeah, guess massive cash gen there. So well done, Matt, for getting him in the team. Other than that, nothing too out of the ordinary there that we haven't already seen. Cool. So I guess we'll just have a look at the league overall as well. Probably don't do this often enough, but got three teams on 6-1. So Skids, Fits, Shane, and or Reno's top ups and Sandgropers. So some good results there. Snuck into the 8, so we'll take that. Got the best for and against for the 4 and 3s. And silence of Jed Lamb still struggling to get on the board. In terms of total points, so we've got Skids Fits in the top 100, so well done, Jared. Keep going. Sandgropers in the top 1,000 as well this week, off the back of the 2,300 scores. And then I've snuck up into third overall, so that's handy. So Rano's top ups there, 5,000. Oh yeah, so those are the other two at the top. So yes, a few of the boys pushing up overall as well, which is great to see. But I guess in terms of trades this week, we do want to continue looking to upgrade. Probably should be keeping one eye on the upcoming buys, but as you can see, we're pretty well covered for 12 and 13. I guess just having a look at the options here, I think Darcy Jones is the cheapie of the week. So um, in our forward line, I guess we have to make a decision about how we're going to, um, I guess, proceed with this. So the obvious choice, I think, for my team is Cadman's done his job. So we just basically cash out on him for Jones, pocket 160, 170k. But then I guess what do we do after that? So I guess the issue when we look at my team is it's a bit unbalanced. So there's a really loud train going past. Apologies if that's come through the microphone. I should actually go out and get a half decent headset in the near future. Tried one and it broke within 2 weeks. Um, that's really bad. I'll push through. So as I was saying, it's pretty unbalanced. Like we've got a pretty stacked midfield, but it does mean we've got a couple of decent options stuck on our bench. Um, obviously we'd love to play one of these guys over Howes given their averages. So I guess that does involve getting out of one of these guys, so Sexton or Caulfield. Um, and I guess as well then we are sort of struggling a bit in the forward line. Like happy enough to play these five, but we're not too fussed. Well, we do have essentially, sweet money is going towards F6. Um, it's just about trying to be able to get these guys up into this space and use them when we want, such as this week when they're going to go up against North Melbourne. So what I'm thinking, and it seems a bit counterproductive, um, but I'm going to get out of Sexton and can see on the top of the break-even list we've got Colby McKercher. So I don't remember how much he was when we traded him out. I did say I was going to have a look at the history and we'll go through that. Um, we'll see how much money we've potentially lost on the trade. But if he's going to jump up and make some cash in the next few weeks, essentially we've got Roberts, Howes, McKercher. So if particularly McKercher can make some money, that'll help upgrade that. Plenty of money here between Horn Francis, Closey Graham to get our sort of final premium. Meek, we're hoping we'll get close enough to English, although the 137 might change things. Let's have a look. So break even of 80's gone up 20k. Do we pull the trigger on that move this week? I think Meek's got an okay break even, but I guess if we can get the target in, do we just lock that away? Don't know. I'll think about it. But yeah, so it's getting to the stage where we will have enough money to sort of go full premium through here. Obviously, the forward line we're not too concerned with because it's not that great. Um, I guess the only issue with this is we've used two trades and we haven't really got an upgrade. Basically just got five players rotating through our two defensive positions, which isn't ideal. But I guess once we identify those targets, we can probably start to upgrade, downgrade, that sort of deal. But yeah, we'll just have a quick look at the history because, like I said, I just wanted to check the rank in terms of round position. Yeah, so I guess the last 2 weeks have been our best 2 weeks, and we've gone from 13k into 3k essentially. So that's fantastic. And the trades, so what did we trade McKercher out for? 282. So it's only cost us 20k. It's cost us two extra trades, obviously, but I think yeah, if you can make a little run, we'll take that. Oh, wrong way. I guess we can have a look at that alternative that we just suggested around Tim English. Can we even afford it? So reverse that. So Meek out. I reckon we can. Yep. Tim English. So do we just lock? Now 2 rocks away, set and forget. So tempting. So hang on, who does English have this week? Richmond. Or could be a good matchup. You know what? Let's do it. Let's lock in our rocks and forget about it. So we are still sort of stuck with these guys on the bench, which isn't ideal. Or can we do some DPP magic? Not really, because I guess to get a midfielder up, we're going to lose one of these guys from our forward line, which is where we need them. So I wonder, is he eligible for DPP in round 12 or whenever it is? Probably. Played 3 games. Pretty sure they were all at the back, so I guess him and Sexton can swing around, but they're both equally useless at this point. I guess we're just going to have to find a time where we can be comfortable with cashing them out and just pocketing the 60k. Um, but I guess that's probably around the buys. You know, we can pick up a player who's playing that 1 week, get us the 18th number if we need it. Um, yeah, so no need to stress there. Um, yeah, it's just about putting the team together for this week. So Carlton Melbourne on Thursday night. So Gorn, obvious choice for VC, I would have thought. And then Gold Coast, North Melbourne up in Darwin. So Matty Rowell to bounce back as captain might be a bold call. Who else we got? Essendon, GWS. The Dogs against Richmond, so it could be a fill up for the Bont. No, let's go something a bit different. I'm in the top few K, feeling a bit good about myself, but that's okay. And then we can't really loop anyone in the defence. Should we? Maybe we can't really loop Horn Francis because these guys are all playing. No, we'll just take these guys cash. You know, hopefully Rao just goes nuts. But hopefully Biggie gets a game again. I'm not sure what's going on there, but we'll leave it as is. So that's really about it. So there's the team going into round 9. But obviously, it is subject to change. We'll talk about it next week. As always, if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, feel free to add them below this video. Give us a like if you're enjoying the AFL content. Subscribe for all the fantasy sports content on the channel. And other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.